You are looking out the window of a dimly lit room in a foreign city. Two unfamiliar men are staring right back up at you. For a trained intelligence officer, a single glance is enough. The cover is blown. You have exactly 24 hours to disappear entirely, or you will be executed. To understand why these stakes were so absolute, we have to look at the immediate aftermath of 1971. Pakistan had just suffered a devastating military defeat, resulting in the creation of Bangladesh. This highly publicized surrender deeply radicalized the ISI. They shifted from gathering standard intelligence to actively hunting down Indian operatives out of pure vengeance. The ISI turned the entire country into an active hunting ground designed to trap and eliminate operatives exactly like Doval. Into this exact environment walked Ajit Doval. To survive, he had to systematically erase every trace of his past, his name, his family ties, and his religion. He fully integrated into local society as a practicing Muslim. He mastered the exact regional dialects of Urdu and adopted local mannerisms so precisely that even a passing suspicion would be deflected. The infiltration went deep. He earned such a high level of trust that ISI officers regularly invited him to sit in on the exact meetings where they planned covert operations against India. But 7 continuous years of highly accurate intelligence flowing back to New Delhi had an inevitable side effect. The ISI realized their inner circle was compromised, and they assembled a dedicated cell to hunt down the mole. Here lies the paradox of espionage. Doval executed his mission so successfully that the value of the intelligence he gathered is exactly what confirmed a traitor was in the room. The moment he spotted the men outside, the extraction protocol began. He spent his final night turning every physical piece of evidence into ash. As the sun came up, Doval stepped out of his front door. The 2 ISI agents were already there, watching his every move in plain sight. Any sudden movement or spike in adrenaline would trigger an immediate arrest. He had to maintain a perfectly average, unhurried walking pace, showing absolutely no reaction to the men tailing him. Imagine the sheer willpower required to walk block after block, fully aware that armed agents are trailing right behind you, and forcing your neck muscles not to turn and check your blind spots. Getting through those first agonizing hours relied entirely on absolute emotional suppression and unbreakable psychological discipline. Doval mapped out a specific route in his head, leading his pursuers directly into a chaotic commercial district. Using the dense wall of people and the erratic noise of the market, he slipped between the stalls, deliberately breaking the ISI's line of sight and vanishing into the labyrinth of Karachi's back alleys. He navigated to a pre-arranged extraction point. Another Indian operative was waiting. They exchanged a single slip of paper without speaking a word and immediately split up. That slip of paper contained a set of coordinates. They pointed to the entrance of an old, crumbling subterranean tunnel hidden near the border. The final stretch was brutal. He spent hours crawling through suffocating darkness, inching toward a tiny speck of light while patrols scoured the surface above. After 7 years of executing complex, high-level psychological spycraft, his final journey to freedom came down to a raw, physically agonizing crawl through the dirt. When he finally emerged from the earth, he was standing on Indian soil. The ISI agents tracking him were left permanently empty-handed. Doval smuggled out a staggering cache of intelligence alongside his own life. This included highly classified military blueprints and the master roster of ISI undercover operatives. This network map visualizes the complex web of hidden sleeper cells operating inside India that Doval identified. Over the next 10 years, Indian intelligence used this precise data to systematically locate, isolate, and dismantle these hostile operations. The harrowing 24-hour escape saved a highly trained operative. The 7 years of meticulous intelligence gathering saved countless lives across the nation. The field experience Doval gained during those 7 years in Karachi became the blueprint for his rise through the ranks. In 2005, he was appointed director of the Intelligence Bureau. In 2014, Prime Minister Narendra Modi selected Doval to oversee the country's entire security strategy. He was named National Security Advisor. The man who once lived in the shadows now held total operational control over India's defense apparatus. India's national security relies on the survival of individuals willing to inhabit the world's most hostile environments on behalf of the country.